Hello and welcome to the Litany of Catholic Martyrs for February 1st. Please pray for all those who had loved ones who were martyred on Easter Sunday in Sri Lanka. As Catholics, we are assured of a constant thread of over 2,000 years of tradition and moral teaching. Within this thread are those who have sacrificed their lives through the shedding of their blood for the faith and Holy Mother Church. On this day, we remember these martyrs in whom, through their sacrifice, have aided in the growth and stability of the Holy Catholic Church. As a Catholic Catechism number 2473 says, martyrdom is the supreme witness given to the truth of the faith. It means bearing witness even unto death. The martyr bears witness to Christ who died and rose, to whom he is united by charity. He bears witness to the truth of the faith and of Christian doctrine. He endures death through an act of fortitude. Let me become the fruit of the beast, through whom it will be given me to reach God, close quote. And I didn't know what that quote came from, and it's from St. Ignatius of Antioch, because he's in this list today. It's not his feast day, but he is in the list today. So let us go to the list. It's the birthday of, St. Ignatius of Antioch, from the Church of Antioch, the birthday of St. Ignatius, bishop and martyr, who governed the Church of Antioch, the third after the Apostle St. Peter. Being condemned to the beast and the persecution of Trajan, he was by that emperor sent to Rome in chains, where in the presence of the Senate he was subjected to the most frightful of torments and delivered to the lions, which lacerated him with their teeth, and made of him a sacrifice to Christ. And in his epistle to the Romans, I write to the churches and impress on them all that I shall willingly die, that I shall willingly die for God, unless you hinder me. I beseech you not to show any unreasonable goodwill towards me. Allow me to become the food for the wild beast through whose instrumentality it will be granted me to attain to God. I am the wheat of God, and let me be ground by the teeth of the wild beast, that I may be found the pure bread of Christ. Rather entice the wild beasts, that they may become my tomb, and may leave nothing of my body, so that when I have fallen asleep in death, I may be no trouble to anyone. Then shall I truly be a disciple of Christ, when the world shall not see so much as my body. Entreat Christ for me, that by these instruments I may be found a sacrifice to God. I do not, as Peter and Paul, issue commandments unto you. They were apostles, I am but a condemned man. They were free, while I am, even until now, a servant. But when I suffer, I shall be the freed man of Jesus, and shall rise again emancipated in him. And now, being a prisoner, I learn not to desire anything worldly or vain. Amazing. At Smyrna, St. Pionius, priest and martyr, after writing in defense of the Catholic faith, and after suffering imprisonment in a loathsome dungeon, where by his exhortations he encouraged even to martyrdom many of his brethren, after enduring excruciating pain from being pierced with nails and laid on a hot fire, he ended his life happily for Christ. With him suffered 15 others. At Ravenna, the holy Bishop Severus, whose great virtues deserved that he should be raised to the episcopate by the sign of a dove. At Troyes-Château, in France, St. Paul Bishop, whose life was eminent for virtues and whose death was made precious by miracles. On the same day, St. Ephrem, deacon of the church of Edessa, in the time of the Emperor Valens, after suffering many trials for the faith of Christ and gaining great renown for holiness and learning, he went to rest in the Lord. In Ireland, St. Bridget Virgin, one day at her touch, the wood of an altar immediately sprouted into life in testimony of her virginity. And finally, at Castel Florentino in Tuscany, the Blessed Virgin Verdiana, a recluse of the Order of Vallombrosa. These are the men, women, and children that we honor today. Let us be like them, and let us be strong like them, knowing that Christ is always with us. God bless each and every